Hi, this is Mark Hockman of PC World, and today we're in New York to look at the next iteration of Microsoft's Surface line, the Surface Studio. Now, normally when we're talking about products, we're talking about specs. Let's get those out of the way really quickly. So the Surface Studio is a 28-inch pixel sense display. It has a zero-gravity hinge. It's got a quad-core Intel i5 or Core i7, and it has an NVIDIA GTX 965M or 980M. Now, these are all relatively decent specs, nothing necessarily top of the line. However, it's the price that sort of is at the premium end. This actually kind of does something that's rather interesting. If you have it sort of in this mode, you have sort of a traditional monitor. It's a one-person experience. If you put it down, it does a couple of things. One, it allows you to sort of draw in a more natural form, but it also allows it to sort of interact as a more of a collaborative experience. You can put it down and more than one person can interact with it at once. The other interesting thing about this is a new peripheral, which is called the Surface Dial. And the Surface Dial is this little hockey puck thing, but if you go into, say, a drawing app like this Metal Canvas app, it does a little bit more. So here we put this on screen, and so I'm a lefty, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen with my right hand. So if I tap it, and it does, and I'm going to actually bring it over here so it's a little bit easier to see. You'll notice there's a sort of a radial menu here, and I can dial a different menu. So I can have right here, I have brush width, for example. I can go ahead and move over here, and I can change the color of the of the ink. So I can just turn it around, and then select the ink, and then take the Surface Pen. The Surface Pen comes with this, and just draw on the screen. Anyways, though, that supposedly is going to be sort of the next iteration of the Microsoft peripheral. This is a $99 peripheral. It doesn't actually come with it. The Surface Pen, which you're familiar with from the Surface Book and Surface Pro 4, it actually does come with it. Microsoft's dealt before with issues with productivity using the Surface Pro 4 and the Surface Book. This is something that's a little bit more designed for creators. And it's interesting, of course, this announcement comes a day before Apple makes its own MacBook announcements. Of course, these are products that are traditionally geared at creators themselves. So, this will be out in limited quantities later this month. You can actually pre-vote yourself in the Microsoft Store. Now, the Surface Studio might not be sort of the high volume seller of, say, a Surface Pro 4, but this is something that's really interesting and really unusual, and it'll be really interesting to see how this goes forward.